NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. Check safety.
They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Abraham. Throw left side here. Complete to the tight end, Gesicki. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Abraham. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Out to his left. This will be caught. Judy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the handoff, here's Campbell. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And returning it, here's Hamler. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Fields throw there, complete to Hamler. And he's brought down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Buying time to his left. And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run the counter. Noel, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Noel. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
That's how you get right up off of the mat because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? To throw is Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. A run by Mack to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Second and 10. On the run, it's Campbell. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Back to throw. Abraham. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, Campbell, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Able to get it up past the 45. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that.
And all all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after here coming up. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Broncos 14, Dolphins nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with a big man, Campbell. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. On the handoff, running left, Marlon Mack. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That's about what you would expect, since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
44 the mic, 44 the mic. Check. Watch the curve.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Miles Jack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Looking to throw. Abraham got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Abraham. Dance, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Baron Browning in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Hamler now on the return.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Fields on first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
On first down, it's Fields.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's second and inches at the 16-yard line.
Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be defense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, they're scared.
Off play action. Abraham. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fields forced out to his left, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Abraham. That's complete to his running back, Carter.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Campbell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Again, they run with Campbell. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Pick me up.
Looking to throw. Abraham. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Let's see what you got. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
From the gun, Abraham. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Broncos Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about...
There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 56 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Dolphins nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
18 Cardinal.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Campbell. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Got his man. It's the tight end Long. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Campbell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On second down now. It's Mack, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Abraham. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Let's get it.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And that'll set them back 5. Looking to throw on second down. Fields. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Judy, 64 yards. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle, and it is 42-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. A gain of 3, second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Abraham. A throw complete to his tight end Young. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. A give, running left is Campbell. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Campbell. And he's taken down inside the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, it's Campbell. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Abraham over the middle, complete. That's long. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Looking to throw. Abraham. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Whip. Watch the whip. Motion. Check. Shift.
They'll keep it on the ground. Noel. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Now it's Fields. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They snap it to Fields. He's got his tight end Fant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Miami, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.